welcome back or welcome to my channel, AJ Budgets. I am AJ and I'm so thankful that you are here with me today for this February savings challenge video. I am very excited to get in and get my savings challenges stuffed. So let's get into it. First thing we're going to need to do is get into my 2026 agenda here and take a look at what I have budgeted out for February for my savings challenges, which is right here. If you were with me for my extra duty paycheck, you would have noticed or known that we have an extra category in our savings account for my new niece or nephew. I am so excited to have him or her as part of the family, but we will not be stepping that today because I didn't know about it whenever I budgeted out my savings accounts or my savings challenges. So today we're just going to be stuffing what I originally budgeted, which is $171 in my original categories. So let's go ahead and pull out my money from my next paycheck binder, which is right here. And so in my next paycheck binder, I pre-pull all of my cash for the month. That way, whenever I have time to go in and do my cash stuffings, it is ready to go. So we're going to come back here to my savings challenge section and go ahead and get my savings challenge money pulled out for the month. So we should have $171 coming out for the month of February for my savings challenges. And we're going to get this counted up. 50, 70, 90, 110, 130, 140, 150, 160, 70, 180, 190, 195, 197, 199, 200, 201. Next, we're going to pull out my savings challenge binder to go ahead and get my savings challenges stuff. That's my yellow binder here. Key ring here is by Budget with Emmy. She is no longer doing budgeting on Etsy or on YouTube, but I'll still link her down below. So let's go ahead and get into the binder here. Okay, so the first savings challenge that you're going to see in here is something that I stuff in my weekly cash or with my weekly cash. It's the only time you're going to see real cash, and this is the dollar bills y'all challenge by Budget with Ira out of England. Yeah, so any cash that I don't spend throughout the week, it's stuffed into here. So check out those weekly wrap-ups. To check that out. So we're going to jump into my actual savings challenges we're going to be stuffing today. And that's going to start here with the 100 Save 100 challenge. So this Save 100 challenge is going to get finished today, which is very exciting. So let's get into pulling this out and getting some cash into it. Okay, so we need 2, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so go ahead and grab a 10 here and add this to the stash. And we have 50, 70, 90, and 100, which does make this fully funded. Let's go ahead and get this colored off here. So excited to have this Save 100 challenge done. I know it's a small challenge, but those small challenges add up. And I don't know what we're doing with this. So we will be stuffing this a little bit later in the video. But for now, we're just going to pull it out and set it aside. And we'll do something with that here in just a minute. The next challenge that we're going to stuff is the spring challenge, and this one will be getting $16 today. Let's get this one out and get my yellow marker. I guess I should get the cash out too. And then we have 10, 15, and 16. So that makes us have 10, 20, 25, 27, 29, and $30. Perfect. Let's get this marked off here. Let's see, I think I want to do the 5s down here. It looks like there's 2 5s. Yeah, so 5, 10, 15, and a 1 makes 16. All right, now let's get this cash back in here. It's looking so cute. I love it. Okay, next one is my box challenge. I started this one last month. And it's from my little savings challenges. It's getting $10. So let's color in, I think a part of the tail. Let's do that in orange. Let's do a bright orange this time. So, all right, get this colored in. These are so cute. It's a little book of savings challenges. I do have it linked down below. I got them on Amazon. I'm going to start making more of my own challenges in the upcoming future. So you're going to see those integrated into my savings challenge binder as the months go on. And then I will be offering some freebies and on my Ko-Fi. But for now, this one is done. Perfect. Okay. And we have 10 and 15. Perfect. And let's get that back in to the envelope here. Okay. Next one is my dragon challenge. This one is getting $20 this month. And let's get that here. And then we will get these colored and marked off with my pink. I was originally going to fund this with my extra duty pay, but I had to refund some of my envelopes because I had a medical, not an emergency, but I had to get glasses earlier this year. So it took me a couple months to get that paid back. So 15, 20. Okay, so mark those off. So we're going to go ahead and color in those 4 triangles. That's the cool thing about the budgeting system, though, is like if you have a medical situation, like you have to buy glasses or you have an emergency, you can adjust your budget and then repay that back. Or if you get extra money, you can fund savings challenges or your funds earlier. Like there's no timeline on your success or your struggles as long as you just keep moving forward. So yeah, that's that. Okay, so we should have, how much should we have in here? Did I pull it out? Oh my gosh, I don't know. Okay, let's count. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95. Okay, so we should have $95 here. 50, 70, 95. Okay, cool. I did pull out that 20. Awesome. Oh my gosh. I am struggle busting it up right now, but that's okay. I get to chatting and then things happen or don't happen. And that's just how it goes. Okay, the next challenge here is the Mandala challenge. This is going to come up in May. I do know what I'm doing with this. Unlike some of my other months, I don't know what I'm doing. This one, I have a front garden and I plant my flowers every year. And I either want to do a regular garden, like a real garden, or plant a willow tree. I don't really know yet, but I have it showing that it's going towards flowers. It can go towards flowers or, flowering trees or whatever the case may be. But I am adding $50. So I'm going to mark off my 10 fives. So I'll be finishing out the greens. And then I think I'm going to do blue maybe here for, blue. And then I can do pink for the hearts. Oh, that'll look so cute. Okay, so now that I know I'm doing green, I'm going to finish up the greens and then I'm going to do the blue. How many do I need to mark off? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Okay, so I need to do 4 in the blue. So let me mark those off. So 5, 10, 15, and 20. Perfect. Okay. And then let me get the green out. And then we're going to mark off 6 of these. So 1, that'll be 5, 10. Okay. I am so bad at over coloring when I get to chatting and talking or just doing the things. I don't know. I just kind of get into a flow state and then all of a sudden I have way too many things colored and then it's a whole situation. All right, we have the Mandala challenge all colored in. We need to add $50 to this challenge. That gives us $150 going towards this Mandala challenge, which means we only have $100 left, which is almost funded, but we do have a couple more months until May in order to get that fully funded there. The next challenge here is my summer challenge, and this challenge will be coming up in June, and we will be adding $13 to this today. So I think I'm going to color in the 10 and the 2 and the 1 at the bottom. I pull out the 13 here and get that added in. So 10, 15, 17, and $18 total in this challenge now. So get a 10 and a 2 and a 1 shell colored in. So this will come up, like I said, in June. I'll be doing summer school, and I sometimes like to get the kids something. I usually have like 2 to 5 kids in summer school, and so like taking them, just not taking them to Sonic, but going to Sonic on my lunch break or something for them so that they have just a little something every once in a while, or for me to go out to eat. So again, $16 in there. That one's a smaller one. It'll be $60 when it's all said and done. Next one is my baby shower one, which we will not be stuffing right now. On my extra duty paycheck, we will be stuffing some of that. And then also, in a little bit later, we might be putting some to that fund. But next one is my Love to Save challenge. This one, I add $40 a paycheck to it, and I get to $500 every single year. So 20 and 40. So I have 160 in here now. I used to pay twice a month, so I would put a 20 into my this every time I got paid, and then you would have one extra time you would have to stuff it a year, and then you would have $500. Now I only get paid one time a month, and so I put $40 in a month, and then I get that $500. I do have to have 1 month where I put an extra 20 in order to make that $500, but we have 160 in here already. This one seems like it goes pretty fast because you're continually putting money in it, and then you have $500 at the end of the year. I do not budget this money, and so at the end of the year, we just kind of figure out what I do with it. Last year, I overspent on Christmas, and a lot of that went to Christmas and on my credit card. This year, I would like to do something for myself. So I have my 2 hearts colored in. So we should have 120, 40, and 160 in this fund now. I love doing this. I've done this for 5 years, and I foresee myself doing that for many years to come. The next challenge we have is my winter challenge, and I do also have I have something that I want to do with this money. This I spend, I do facials every quarter, and I need $400 a year to do those facials. And if I put in $16 per snowflake, then I can get to $400 by the end of the year. So we're going to put in $20, $30, $2 this month. And we should go ahead and get that colored in. So I'm going to color in 2 snowflakes, again, one for $16 each. And then if I don't do a savings challenge for my facials, by the time my facials come up, I will not spend money on myself. So I keep that in the completed challenges, and then it's like free money almost, because I've just saved it back here and I forget about it. And so I'm more likely to get the facial if I do a savings challenge and then I save for it. And so that's what I've decided I need to do for myself in order to give myself that me time. So this is calculator math. Let's see, how much are we adding in here today? So 64 plus 16 gives us 80. Okay, and then plus 16 should be 96 if I'm doing my math correctly here in my head. Yes, okay. So that means we should have $96 here. 50, 70, 80, 90, 2, 4, and 96. I love it when the math is mathin'. All right, and that is it for the winter challenge. The last challenge we're going to do here is my emergency fund savings challenge. And I didn't plan on doing this one until the end of December, the beginning of the year. And so I'm just funding this with like whatever money I have, and just going to do my best. I may or may not finish this this year, but we're just going to do what we can with what we have. So we're adding $10 in today. So I'm going to get one of the 10s colored in here. Okay, got my second 10 colored in, and now we just need to add that 10 here. So it gives us $20, $30, $40. Yeah, so I'm hoping I can get this done by the end of the year, but we'll just kind of see. I'm going to try to put as much as I can into it as I can. I always struggle to get this envelope open. I think I need to cut off the top of it, but I don't know. I just love the envelope so much. So anyways, I hope to get this funded by the end of the year, but if it takes me 2 years, it takes me 2 years. There's no timeline on success. So and that does it for our savings challenges for the month of February. However, we do have one thing we need to take care of before we head out, and that is to figure out what we're doing with our completed savings challenge, the Save 100 challenge. I will be adding a new savings challenge to this envelope here as soon as we get done budgeting the money we have here. So let me get this budgeted out, and then we will stuff it really quickly. Voiceover Amanda here. The audio was a little weird when I sped this up, but I've ended up budgeting this out. I'm going to put $25 towards Canva, which is coming up in March. I got to pay that. And then $50 to the new baby savings challenge, and then $25 into my personal account. Well, I forgot to record, or forgot to hit record on my personal and Canva stuffing, but we are going to be here and recording for the new baby savings challenge. So I guess that was the most exciting one. But it's back here in the delight section. And this is my new savings challenge for my new little niece or nephew. I do go and visit my ex-family once a year in Michigan, and we're going to have a surprise baby shower for my ex-sister-in-law. And so I did make this with my Canva, and I need to do 10, 20, 35, 40, 50. Yeah, so the top row and then one on the bottom. So let me go ahead and get that colored in. I think we're gonna go with yellow because I don't know if the baby is gonna be a boy or a girl yet. And so we'll just color it in yellow. And then when I find out what the gender of the baby is, I'll switch to either blue or pink, depending on the gender of the baby. Oh my gosh, that's so fun. And oh my gosh, I just realized I colored in the wrong baby. So I will reprint this and I'll get that 10 colored in instead. So let's add that 50 here. Yeah, and then we'll fix that at a later date. So when you see it next time, it will be colored correctly. Before I sign off, I just wanted to let you guys know that I am started to make my own savings challenges, and I'm going to offer some of them each month on my savings challenge video as a freebie, linked in the description box down below. This month is my no spin challenge. You can also access it on my Ko-Fi, and eventually I'll have savings challenges for sale on my Ko-Fi as well, so check that out. Thank you so much for being here with me today in today's video. I have really enjoyed getting to know my new community and posting my videos on a week-to-week basis. And I just want to say that without you, it is not possible. And I have just 100% enjoyed and loved the community that we've been building here. So if you've enjoyed this video, please like and comment down below and hit subscribe, and let me know how your savings journey is going, or have you had any extra cash that you were able to save? I would love to hear from you. Have an incredible savings February. See you in my next one. Bye.